bottles of champagne to the faces.
That's why he's bugging. I ain't drink all. I took like 3 bottles. Oh yeah, I thought you had more than that. Oh, it was only 3. Y'all drunk.
Hey, yo, listen. Hey, face. Yo. Remember the time in Miami when me and Chris were slap boxing?
Oh yeah.
We was wild, yo. We was wild. Yeah, we stayed. We was in Miami recording. Me and Chris stayed with Freeway. Beans, I think he stayed by himself. Oskino and Sparks and PD stayed together. And me and Chris was slap boxing everything. We used to have G going crazy. We used to slap boxing. All this type of shit. Y'all see wild, yo.
Yo, they put me through hell, man. That's why I told you, man, I could talk that shit. I went through my shit with these motherfuckers.
Rock the Mic came out of that, I think. That was the time. I think Rock the Mic came out of that.
We made some good music, though.
Yeah, we made some. But they was supposed. We went down there for Beans and Bleek supposed to do the album. Them niggas ain't.
They ain't do a song.
I remember the first day we got
Beans and Bleek was supposed to do the album together.
Yeah, I remember the first
day we got there. They ain't do a record. Chris
Bleek was in the studio by himself. We came in there on that bullshit. We ended up doing state property fucking songs.
Yup, they ain't do
I think
nothing.
Bleek left. I think he didn't even stay. Like the whole time we stayed.
They couldn't take it.
We stayed at some high rises. We stayed in Miami for then 2 months.
They wasn't gelling. They wasn't doing nothing. They just didn't get done right.
Acting a fucking fool.
Yeah, man. I had some history. We went to LA. Man, we used to go to LA for like a month. Neef, you wrong like 2 runs. And I'm aggravated, bro. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, G, so you can't even get mad at him.
Yeah.
Yo, G, man, and shit just ain't right, G. Shit just ain't right. I said, what do you mean? Just shit ain't right, G. We out here. These motherfuckers got Bentleys and all that. I'm on my feet, G. Yo, he used to talk.
Y'all was going through all that shit. I never the time.
Oh, well, I was having beef. Used to have a ball. Like, I got to deal with this stuff. Yo, Neef went through hell, but. After the first album, Neef woke up with it. When they started getting money, shit started getting better. They put them on the houses.
Yeah, it became about us once that.
Yeah, it was a rough time. I went through my shit too, man.
And shout out, like, because a lot of people gotta understand that signing the Roc-A-Fella wasn't it. That wasn't the feeling. You had to prove yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So if like, I shout out to this nigga because this nigga like kept working and all I really did was follow suit and just like follow his lead after a while because I was frustrated and I couldn't figure things out from the position that I was in far as like me and Chris coming up, we getting signed and then we with these niggas too though, we gotta be around them. And he ain't care nothing about that, he just figured it out, so he just kept working and I just fell in line with what he was doing and he always like was open arms, like no matter what he did over here, like yo, come on, like you know what I'm saying, like let's go, whatever. If he had to leave verses open, whatever. And we end up doing the Young is in Charge, and then Biggs came in and said, get DJ Enough to host it. DJ Enough starts spinning it. Shout out to him. Yeah, and then our lives just changed, man. It just changed, man, because it's like you gotta understand, like. Everybody in Roc-A-Fella, we working off of Beans' budget. We coming in on J-Boy. We just recording whatever we can. We just, like, we the underdogs. And, like, when it became time about us, it was like, wow. It was like lifted off our shoulders. We went from, like, Beans' video, we trying to get an outfit. We trying to get sneakers. Yo, let's put this on. To it being about us. And we running the whole shit. You feel what I'm saying? And our billboard is on motherfucking Times Square. And me and Chris got the Rockaway on top of the MTV building in Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Macy's, our moms walking in Macy's and saying, I see you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, that's amazing.
And it just like turned overnight because there's a lot of people that was down that didn't get a shot. They didn't get their, they didn't get their just due. I wouldn't say they didn't get their shot, they didn't get their just due.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that could be difficult for a lot of people. I don't know how we would have turned out.
Basketball, like you get your shot.
Yeah.
Rough.
You know what I mean? So, and you might despise the people that got their shot.
Yep.
Because no bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're all my brothers, but you couldn't tell Oskino and Sparks, they weren't coming up before us.
Yeah, they was tight.
No, it's because they was older.
They was older. They thought
So automatically you gonna think once you older. But that's why I say I got to toot my horn off to this nigga because even if I wasn't on stuff, he kept the Young Gunz thing like it's potential that, you know what I'm saying, that they gonna, be next or he stayed there. What Future's on Beans album, all over I was on fucking State Property one time. Chris was all over it. You know what I'm saying? So it always kept hope for us to be them niggas. And they ain't really separate that,
So, Neef, Chris, like choke. Choke does a lot of footage by Roc-A-Fella, throw shot there, us on the bus, me and you, Chris, all having a good time.
Y'all on the plane.
He does a lot of different shit.
Nori mad as shit. Oh, that's Nori beat. No, it's just like Nori and Petey did it together, man. Nori, it's gonna be on Petey's bus. Shout out to my people. Right, so yeah. State property. That's that nigga. Yeah. This is right. Why he get more money? Money don't make a man.
When's the last time you spoke to Choke? Have you talking to him or you have spoken to him or not really? Choke, no joke.
I haven't spoken to him. He sent me a DM.
Yeah, he sent me a DM.
That's it, me?
No,
No
we
talking.
talk on the phone.
Yeah, he sent me a DM.
Yeah.
Did y'all get to see the videos of it like that?
Yeah, we watched videos.
The old footage and stuff like that.
Choke was around.
Yeah, we always.
I just wish things.
He bugged out.
I just wish things would have went in a different way. Wish they could have came to some type of agreement or some type of understanding, and they could have been put out in the right way. Because we see how other people documentaries is getting put out in the right way, and we had so much footage. Dane kept cameras on us, and they knew ahead of time what was going to be today. And I just wish they could have went about it in a different way, man. Because we got epic moments. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it is what it is. You know, we don't know all the details about what they had going on and what the agreements was. So, you know what I mean? It's just, well, you know.
I'm so flabbergasted right now because Chris came there, but I did Chris right. We had a good time.
You thought he wasn't gonna come over?
No, well, he texted me, he wanted me to come see him after. They can FaceTime, that's how I'm gonna come fuck on him after.
Yeah.
But y'all got him to come in, he's gonna go drink and chill, but y'all made Brent party here a little bit, you know what I mean? So now, I do something on my show. Styles P's the first person who wrote on my helmet, on my show. Styles P, Ghost, you see the Ghost. So now, Ghost.
Wow.
Locks. Now y'all know
Everybody who on the show.
yeah, but I told it this late. You guys don't realize.
Hopefully you need another fucking helmet, man.
Man, yeah, but I got a lot of people that should have been filled up. But I just started this movement.
Okay.
I just started this movement, rap.
Hopefully you need another.
You're a rap. You can sign it. You my man.
No, I'm gonna sign that motherfucker.
You been around me. Yeah, hope I pull up. I gotta go
Ain't
back.
nothing else?
No. We can talk about this is great. Now we just do the fuck we want to do. I don't care
What
about
else you
nothing.
got?
Well,
Come
you
on,
know,
tell me.
so actually what I got is I'm just gonna ask you. No, I'm gonna say no.
acting lazy.
No, shit. Workhorse.
Why, you ain't got nothing you want to talk about?
No.
We get in the car, you going.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say in front of the world because last time I interviewed Chris, there was a lot of misunderstanding.
Didn't I take over this right tour though?
Huh? You killed that shit. The last time me and Chris interviewed, we had a talk and I made a mistake. So I'm gonna do it in front of the world. You never count nobody money. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing. You put in a position and you go for it. So I shouldn't count nobody money that day. Chris knows what I'm talking about. So I leave that alone. I feel I had a great show. Right, I don't overtalk my show. I love my show. Now we're gonna do what I like to do. We're gonna drink, talk, and we're gonna take pictures, and we're gonna laugh. I love you, Neef. I love you, Chris. And you can do what you can say what everyone to say, y'all. Y'all free now. Let him go.
Like, you know,
big fella, come around so they can see you. You want to be on camera? You want to be on camera?
Everybody
Sure.
that played a part, man. Being as though it's G-Face doing this interview, we want to shout out to everybody that played a part.
Yes.
Ever played a part, me and Chris Correa, whether you held up a poster,
Sherry,
or whatever, Sherry, man.
Yo, Bleek, tell Wayne cut my show. Yo, Neef,
Wayne,
Wayne
man.
won't cut him. I call him.
I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, man. Wayne got a nice sleeping game now. Chris, you acting crazy. You won't cut my show. Chris, Chris, listen,
my
who gives a
niggas,
fuck?
shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to
Yo, look at Chris. Like, who gives a fuck?
Shout out to my niggas, Brown. Shout out to Kurt. You know what I mean? This is my niggas from Harlem.
Things that changed.
Yeah, you know, we left people change. Listen, was you a part of Dame and them group in the beginning? What they was called? What they was?
Fresh
No,
out.
Fresh Out.
The best out.
The best out.
That's with them all the time. That's
No,
why
was you part of that?
What do you mean, like in the group, like when they do? No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a story about that.
Yeah,
please.
please
So
don't.
Bob, give the story. So I'm a young boy. I told the story again. I was really a good kid till I met Big's brother Bob. I had a 1991 Wrangler. My note was $290 a month. I lost my job. I said I ain't getting my shit repo for nobody. My mom would pay for it, but I said fuck that. I went to go see Bob one day on the block. He said, yo, you got a big face. Your name Big Face. He said, you want a job? I said, yeah. Neat. Nigga had me washing the block and paper. And then they had a big party, the best out. And I used to go with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, go, because I'm with Bob, I'm good. But was I in a group like part of best out? No, I wouldn't say that. No.
Because like when we first got there, I didn't used to see you.
No. I was with Bob, and Bob was best time. I went to all their parties, had a bunch of beautiful women. It was great, man. Oh, my good old times, man.
And then you got pulled in or whatever, and then
I got pulled in. It was just regularly.
And then I would watch something where as though you said somebody got fired, and Biggs and them called you.
Yeah,
like,
Biggs fired one of his mans. They had a situation, and that's how I literally became the A&R there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what A&R was. Then
Right.
Biggs said, "Dame said you're A&R." Because what happened was, I just got out of jail, and I was making $250 a week delivering food to jail shelters. This motherfucker Dame said, "Yo, how much you making a week?" $250. And he fell on the floor. He laughed at me for about 2.5 hours. You know, motherfucker want to cry, right? I was looking at this nigga with that face. I'm gonna fuck this nigga up, man. I'm gonna fuck you up, damn. He said, right, bitch. No, sorry. You hang out with me, I give you $1,000 a week. Let's hang out with me.
Yeah.
Let's hang out with me. Because I said, party all night with him. I party all night when I gotta go to work in the morning. Where you gotta go to work, man? Then he called me one day, yo, G, where you at? Some days I'm downstairs. They pull up, he used to dislike me, yo. We just talk shit. He disliked me. Yo, man. Because another thing, when I hung out with them, this is to my mom, my beautiful daughter. I never asked them for a dime. I was looking low, lightly raggedy. All I had was a Bacardi, light and Coke, and drunk my. That's the cheapest drink to have when you fucked up, y'all.